Next up, we have Matt Hamilton from Asimov Protocol. Matt, you are not a stranger to the show, but for those who may not know who you are, please give everyone just a quick overview of what Asimov is, who you are, and what you guys shipped this week.
Sure. We also have Arto on as well. If you want to bring Arto up as well, so I'm going to do the usual thing. If I'll do the overview and then I'll pass over to Arto to talk about kind of explicitly what we shipped this week. So let me just share my screen here and bring up and get it to find the right window. Okay, here we go. There we go. Hopefully you can see my screen here. Asimov. What is Asimov? So we are a project that is specifically working around what is known as neuro-symbolic AI and structured reasoning. So we've just launched a blog site, Asimov.blog, and one of the first articles on here gives you a good background on what we are actually working on, the concept of trustworthy neuro-symbolic AI. The whole idea here is to produce something that allows AI access to information that does have some provenance attached to it and can be verified in various ways. You're going to have attestations on it that it is actually valid or has some provenance information to it. And all of that is then anchored to a blockchain, so anchored to near in this case for reasoning, right? And then as part of that, we have the Asimov platform. If you go to asimov.sh, and so that gives you a whole sort of rundown of the ecosystem and again, what we're sort of building from a technical point of view, including the Asimov modules. So there's a whole directory at asimov.directory that has a whole bunch of modules for pulling in information from your bookmarks, from Amazon, Facebook, et cetera, Instagram. And so you can use all these modules, this entire modular system, to bring this information in and convert it into a knowledge graph. The whole idea of what we're working on with knowledge graphs is you can bring disparate data from different places and you can query over it in a coherent fashion with the knowledge graph. So I'm going to pass over to Arto now to talk about specifically what we've launched, because we've got a few modules that we've launched this week.
Thanks, Matt. Yes, so since the last time we were on the pod 2 weeks ago, we've published a number of new modules. We are now moving into the PIM territory, as in personal information management. And as you may or may not know, the cornerstones of that would be your contacts, your calendar, your email, your bookmarks, your notes. So those are all of the things that we are prioritizing, unlocking from your private confidential data, whatever AI systems you deem trustworthy, which of course typically would be something like a local or llama, because you wouldn't necessarily want to sacrifice this to the cloud gods, right? So let me speak a little bit about that then. Let's see here, lots of tabs. So we have made available in early release form now a total of 15 modules. We have almost 100 in the works. A screen share coming up. Yeah, we have almost 100 in the works that we are finishing up as resources allow and then flipping to public. Within the existing modules, we have an interesting mix, meaning on the one hand, for example, we have the near module here for fetching blockchain data. On the other hand, we have kind of aggregator and scraper modules, such as API, Bright Data, and Sub API, through which we are able to pull in data from hundreds of websites. And of course, the point of the platform is that we pull in this data and we turn it into a knowledge graph, which means that all of this data is possible to trivially merge. Once it's in knowledge graph form, you can just, a graph plus a graph is a graph. So that's sort of the magic of knowledge graphs. So we have these aggregator modules, which help for pulling in, for example, your Twitter followers, your LinkedIn connections, and the like, things that you can't really get through even any API that need, this kind of scraper APIs. And then we have a growing list of modules that unlock your personal confidential data, such as the IMAP module, which I'll demonstrate shortly. That is then a good way to access your personal email. But not only the IMAP module, we also have, as you can see, the Mbox and Maildir modules. These are for more advanced users. If you know what those things mean, you know that you want those modules. If you don't know what they mean, you really don't need those modules. We are sort of unlocking these personal information management aspects of your life, module by module, aspect by aspect. If you look at, we have also the vCard module. This is the current way to bring in your contacts, as in you can export vCard from anywhere, including your Apple contacts or including your Google directory. But soon enough, we'll also be rolling out the direct Google integration using the OAuth authentication. So it'll get even easier. But these are, in any case, a sufficient list that you can begin to do many, many interesting things, which we're going to demonstrate over the coming weeks. And one more mention here, the Chromium module. So the Chromium module is bookmarks out from Brave, Chrome, and Chromium, and Microsoft Edge as well. And of course, there's a long list of Chromium-based browsers. So this means that if you wanted to build, for example, a alternative to the for yourself for the Pocket service that Mozilla is sunsetting right now, to much dismay, well, this would probably be a good way to get those bookmarks and do something with them. So that's the kind of stuff we're doing, and you can follow us on GitHub at Asimov modules, Asimov-modules. Please give us some love over there. We also have the Twitter Asimov_modules, where we are automatically tweeting out the module releases. As you see, it's quite busy. And then, of course, the individual modules live in particular repositories over there. So let me do a very brief live demo of how you can utilize these tools. I think good thing to mention here is that because we are building in Rust, we have a unique approach where all of these modules are actually static binaries built for every platform and architecture. And that means, by the way, that they will work still 20 years from now. No matter what happens to the platform stack, no matter what happens to language runtimes, those kernel ABIs are stable, and these binaries will continue trucking. So this is a bit of alternate approach to the kind of dependency hell that characterizes a lot of AI frameworks today, and language ecosystems. So all of these Asimov tools that you install as modules.
Arto, we don't see your screen. If you're sharing your terminal, we don't see your terminal at the moment.
All right, it's just it
is now.
Yeah,
it's there now. Okay.
Yeah. So once you have the Asimov tooling installed, what you do is you'd say module install IMAP, and of course I could give it a little verbosity. Of course, good like a good Unix tool, we don't output anything when everything goes right unless you want verbosity. And then once you install that, you get programs that implement particular patterns such as fetcher, cataloger, and these are, as I said, are static binaries, and they can be used standalone. So I'll just show, if I write here IMAP cataloger, I give it an IMAP URL. The platform is fully based on URLs. Everything is a URL. So this just goes to my local IMAP server and pulls in the emails that I copied off a mailing list dump for Airflow. And then, of course, to turn that into a knowledge graph or any other format, you can specify what you need, and you get the same thing like that. So that's super simple. You want a particular message? Well, you got the IMAP fetcher, which takes a longer URL, and you can get the original, or you can get, again, the knowledge graph version. And there's currently a bug in this pre-release that doesn't have the body included there, but will be later today. So these tools are absolutely standalone. These modules, they do not require the rest of the platform. They do not require the command line tooling. They can be utilized on any host, anywhere, standalone to unlock your data. So this is why we think that our tools, our modules are going to be integrated across the industry into lots of frameworks, because they will be by far the easiest, reliable way to unlock a lot of these data sources. So that's...
So Arto, just to be clear, your target market here are the existing agent frameworks.
Well, look, I don't personally, necessarily care about the agentic framing here. We are really just enabling anybody who needs data to get it from various sources, and to, very importantly, do it in a way that it can all be unified and merged locally. You can pull in public data, and you can pull in your confidential data. You can unify them, and you can feed them to agentic systems if you like, or just your local LLM. And we'll be demonstrating a lot of interesting applications of that over the coming weeks.
Super cool stuff. You guys are already shipping. Love to have you on the show so consistently. We do have to move on to the next guest, but is there anything else besides following Asimov modules on GitHub that you want to flag?
No, just please give us some love. We have not too many followers as yet. So Asimov_modules, Asimov_platform on Twitter.
Great. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining.